Now joined by Hofstra head coach Simon Riddiough as his team advances to the semifinals of the CAA championship with a penalty kick win over Northeastern. Coach, your thoughts on today's victory?
It was a solid performance, playing away to Northeastern. They're a very good team, well organised. They made some really good adjustments from the last game. And it was difficult. It was a difficult game. The conditions, it was windy, wet, and I've got to give credit to my players. That with double overtimes, we dominated. We played really well under these conditions, and our fitness level showed. It's not the way to win or lose a game is penalty shootouts, but we practiced them, and we're pretty confident going into them.
The first and second half were kind of evenly played. Looked like maybe the first half Hofstra had the advantage, second half Northeastern had the advantage. Did you sense? It never seemed like really either team had an ultimate chance to put the game away there, though.
Yeah, it was kind of played in between, in the middle of the field. They didn't create any chances except for set pieces. We were the same. We didn't create anything except for set pieces. But I thought in the first and second overtime we started to score. Really good chances. They cleared up the line a couple of times. You've got to give credit. You've got a really good team to win that kind of game. I hope is a huge boost for the future.
The overtime, I don't know, was there a strategic change you made going into overtimes? Because it looked like Hofstra really controlled both overtimes, especially the second overtime.
Yeah, I don't think it was a strategic thing. We talked about how we deal with overtimes, and I just know we're very fit. We're quite athletic as a team in that sense. So I knew in overtime we were gonna put a little bit more pressure on them, and it paid off. Yeah.
Now on to obviously the star of the game, your goalie. Emily made a breakaway save in the second half, and then the PKs made 2 saves. They missed 3, one went over the goal. Your just thoughts on the way she played today, especially in the second half and the PKs?
Yeah, I think Emily, the first time that she's had an average year for her, below average for Emily. Today was the first day we've actually seen Emily. She handled their crosses well under pressure. She made a fantastic save on the breaking range. And then on the PKs, she's very good at it. She reads the shooter very well, and she stepped up and made some big saves for us.
Yeah, it looked on the 2 saves. She really read them perfectly.
Yeah, she knew exactly what. Again, she does a really good job with that. She anticipated perfectly and made 2. It looked like simple saves, but they're not.
You fall behind with about 9.5 minutes to go in the second half. Do you make any change, or do you just feel like you had the team where you wanted at that point, just try to get the equalizer?
We changed a couple of things. We went a bit more numbers forward. Depending on who we play, we'll adjust the system accordingly. So we moved numbers forward and started pressuring them more with more numbers in their box, and ultimately, with so many numbers, we got a PK with 5 minutes to go to tie it up. So it worked.
Speaking of the PK scored by Sam Scolarici, who had 2 goals today, your thoughts on her game today, including the first goal, which came a minute and a half into the contest?
She stepped up. She took a PK in the regulation, and she had no hesitation to take one in the shootout, which says a lot about somebody's confidence and belief in themselves. And I was concerned that she had to take it again, that she's got ice in the veins, and said, you know what, I'm taking it, and she put it away.
How much did the weather play a role in today's game, keeping it, like kind of you said, between the middle of the field?
It always does. When it's windy, it's the worst type of weather to play in, it's difficult to get the ball under control. It's difficult to maintain any momentum. Either way, the ball rolls out if you're playing with the wind. It stays in the middle if you're not playing with the wind. So you adjust accordingly, and you just hope that we find a way to deal with the elements more than they did.
Does having a game now this week, heading into next weekend, almost give you an advantage over other teams because you've played a game, you have the confidence of advancing?
Yeah, I spoke to Wilmington's coach about this. I would rather play tonight, win, be injury free, and have that experience of winning than sitting idle for 10 days. So we've come away with no injuries. I think it's a good win for us confidence wise. So I think we do have a slight edge over the semi-final opponent. So hopefully we can use that confidence and belief in a playoff game and move forward.
Thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.